What's good? Rocking with your boys are all rights reserved. Yes, this will be your favorite television station at some point. Even on the weekends, I do this, and this isn't television, but we know YouTube's on the takeover, so shout to them. Rocking with your boys are. Now, I got some things I want to talk about today, so you should get 5 today. That is my vow. I'll make sure that if I even don't make it to 5, I at least make it to 4 for you. There's a lot of questions going on and stuff, and I can't answer every question at the moment, but I will make sure that I do get to some of the topics. At the top of this, shout to the commenter, Margaret PD. I presume you're a real PD, so Margaret PD brought up good points. Some of them I already talked about, but the one I wanted to address, where is the niece's autopsy? Now, we don't have X's autopsy. We don't have his cousin's autopsy, who's the niece of Cleo. It's really looking shaky. That's all I could say. It happened in Jamaica. You know, you could use that as an excuse, but I really am not going to accept that excuse personally. It doesn't work for me. I need to know where it's at. You know what I mean? I'm not feeling that. I don't like that, and I'm not going to accept it on the back end. If anyone has any information dealing with the deceased status of her niece and his cousin, I would like that information. How does she go from dancing to ending up in a pool drowning? None of it makes sense. Not saying she didn't drown, but there needs to be some type of investigation. Now, I know in Jamaica, even though they have authorities, are we presuming someone at some point was paid to keep things quiet, even if an autopsy was done, that it would not come out to light, allegedly? All this alleged, because we don't know. We don't even know if she really was dead the way that they say, because there was no official report. The only thing we had was Cleo yelling out, that on Instagram. Again, what's up with this social media announcement of death? Like, why isn't there an official investigation done by authorities that we see on television all the time for the simplest things, even showing people's picture, going through what actually happened? There was nothing to co-sign her. If someone has a report from Jamaica that came out, I would like to see it. The only thing we know, the connection to Jamaica, is Tentacion was Jamaican. Not only that, he actually had came out and, Cleo came out on Instagram. That's our only 2 notifications. Being that she was a citizen of the U.S., you would think there would be more investigation into what actually happened in a foreign country. But, all that aside, where's the information? Where's the autopsy? Where's any sort of evidence to prove that was the case? What's going on? It really looks like media is trying to work its way into official investigations of people who are allegedly deceased, and that makes no sense, because how are you going to hold suspects who allegedly committed a murder out on TV when you can't even investigate a little girl's death? These things is not a joke in my mind. This is a very normal thing it's starting to see, because we seen first on the scene, it was media that reported it. Everything was repeated through media before it was even done by authorities. Are they starting to lay back and think they can become very relaxed and collect a check off of not actually doing their job? That's what's confusing to me. And when I get more into it, it gets more disturbing. How did she even end up in a pool if she couldn't swim? How deep was the water? When did she jump in? Was she knocked in by accident? Was she thrown in? What actually happened? That's the part of it that's not making sense. And at the top of this, I want to say, parents, teach your children to swim. It's a very easy thing. It's not that hard. If you don't know how to swim, go learn. That's my thing. You need to know how to swim. It's too easy. There's so many different swimming moves you could use that everyone could find some type of comfort in. And if I get in touch and start dealing with sponsorships, I will lead people to the entities that can really help to, let's say, work with you to teach you and help you learn how easy things can be done. Now, aside from the niece, we don't even see an autopsy of Tentacion. So what's going on? And allegedly, I'm not going to name the commenter because I have to check it and then I'll go into it. There's no papers even showing Tentacion as deceased. Like, so when someone's dies or a death occurs, whether they're murdered or whatever, there are certain documents that get published that speak on the deceased person, how they left, not only the autopsy, but the details regarding the autopsy, where the damage was done to their body. We haven't incurred any information of this sort. So it's easy to say that, he may still be alive. I can't even objectively shoot at those people like, oh no, he's gone. You can't do that. If the next person that hops in the comments to say that, hop in with official documents to show he's gone. We don't have anything to reference to show he's deceased, nor his niece on how she's deceased, except from Cleopatra Bernard's Instagram. How is Instagram the first contact with me understanding who's died and who's alive? That's crazy to me. Twitter, the first contact to know who's here or gone. That doesn't make any sense. Don't you have more respect for these people than that? Aren't you going to just deliver it further than that? Now, don't get me wrong. People are going to get on social media and speak about something. But where's the fact of the matter of details and people describing like, yes, officials like, yes, this person's deceased in this way. And then people are like, oh, no, they're gone. Where is that effect at? We don't see that anymore. And it looks like social media is trying to take over the effect of governing everything. When dictating when someone's gone. And then I got to wait, 2-3 months for papers to pop up? Official documents that should have been complete. Are you kidding me? And I know he's been gone for just a little over a month or so, but I'm just talking in future terms. It could be October and we're still waiting on things. So I'm saying it now because things just look a little shaky. It's not the normal way things are done. We've never seen it done this way. It wasn't my first contact for a lot of other things. There wasn't my first contact for understanding Tupac or Biggie. We had a newscaster, official news, and then we had the amount of shots. Something else we're going to talk about. There's particular evidence that should be apparent with the type of weapons that were used in this case as well. And they didn't talk about collecting nothing, didn't speak on it. Then I had a Rivas Motorsports affiliate hop in. I saw you hop in there just giving excuses. Are you kidding me? So all you had for what I've alleged is excuses, then slander on the back end. That's how I know something's funny. That's how I know. See, I do what I do for a reason. And you guys just come out, you make your little comments. The best thing would be to make an official comment and just show the security footage. What are you hiding? Or at least say that security footage was turned over to authorities. Why can't you say that? See, we didn't hear anything of the sort because they don't want this stuff out for some weird reason. Where's the documents that even show that he walked out of your shop alive? Could I see that? Then I got another banger for you guys. It's what, let's say, Robert Allen and allegedly Michael Boatwright were arrested for having. This substance they had would have easily gave us the picture of XXX Tentacion in that car. Easily. And we're going to get into that. Because there was an epidemic of this sort that ran through Florida, specifically recently. So now we're starting to get an understanding for the connections of these guys that they may be alleging in this situation. And what they could be saying was evidence of where it mattered and where it didn't. But if this was the case, what was in his system? That's why, see, you guys are wondering if I want to see it to see if he's deceased. No, I want to see the test of what was in his system before he died. See, if we figure that out, there will be a lot of questions answered off rip. Literally. Because remember, I said that picture didn't look like someone who was shot more so than someone who was drugged, in my personal opinion. So if we're looking at it that way, with the substance that was allegedly found on Mr. Boatwright, and other individuals, that would lead me to really see that there was a larger, let's say, premeditated plan of attack. And it would also maybe lead to the point where we'd be looking past some incidents and starting to see a different type of picture being developed. You see, it's all about perception. But at the same time, if the perception is questionable, then we really don't get the true picture we're looking for. These type of things are very normalized. Like, I mean, how is it that we're in a culture where we have individuals who have allegedly drugged young children and done things to them and still keep their stardom, but we're like, oh no, it's not possible that they drugged a major superstar and then played something off or led a plan of attack on his life? Oh no, that's not possible. Let alone, where's the questioning for the man who was leaned in his window? Which suspect was that? Because I seen the picture. That didn't resemble any of the 4 suspects that literally have been arrested. Now, if someone has information that's adverse to what it is I'm saying here, let me know. But personally, I gotta say, I don't see it. I don't see. There's a lot of things I'm starting to not see. Where's the niece's autopsy? Straight out of Jamaica. If someone's from Jamaica, hit me up. Anyone that goes there frequently, that knows officials there, because I'm sure that Jamaicans in my bloodline somewhere. But now I don't have people that's personally in Jamaica. Most of my people are in the States, all over the States, actually. So that would be the type of information that I'm trying to reach out, because that doesn't make sense. I'm not just trying to run off Cleo's Instagram to see what was happening. That was a child. There's a difference. You can sit there and play with X's information, but don't play with the niece's information. Did she really drown? All rights reserved.